What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video I'm going to be ranking the top 5 vehicles pre-drift feed. And I will say the police bike and the overflied Suzumi are not in this video just because the Suzumi was GTA Plus and the police bike is a police bike, and I don't really buy police cars because you can't sell them for anything and they're like 5 million, but I probably will end up buying the police bike anyways in the future, so just stay tuned for that. That'll probably be in my next ranking video where I rank everything that just came out after the drip feed. So yeah, let's get into it, starting off with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the Karen Woodlander, which costs $1,611,000, and it does have HSW, which costs an additional $900,000. So in total, it's basically $2.5 million, and that's without putting customization or like engine upgrades or anything like that on it. So basically, you're paying $2.7 million for this thing, and I don't know. Just in my opinion, this car feels kind of slow, even for having HSW. And I'm sure, as most of you know, I'm not a big fan of the monstrosity whatsoever, but the monstrosity is so much better than this car is. I just don't think that, like, I guess maybe I'm just not a fan of like JDM style of SUVs, but I'm just not really the biggest fan of this. Yeah, it just feels slow to me, and I don't know why. And also, there's not really any good customization at all. I mean, I guess it handles okay, but like the speed for having HSW, it just doesn't feel fast, and I don't know why. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. And I just don't like the back window, and I get that's probably how the car is in real life. But I don't know, I just feel like the back window is just way too big. But anyways, let's get into number 4. At number 4, we have the Karen Evron RS, which costs $1,665,000. And I was really high on this car, like, when it was announced and when I made my first video on the DLC, because I really liked the way it looked. But I don't know, it's just something about, like, the turning radius on this car that just sucks. And I will admit that it is decently fast, but I just don't think that we needed another racing truck on top of the Firebull ASP which just came out. And I believe we already have like a style of Everon, kind of like a racing Everon, which is the Hot Ring Everon, which isn't like that great, but I mean, it's not the worst thing. But I just get like racing vibes with this truck. I don't know if it's supposed to be based off a racing truck or not, but yeah, I don't know. But the speed is pretty good. Customization, there's like nothing you can really do to this. I mean, I guess there's a couple of spoiler options, of like some very basic liveries, but I just don't think that this is worth $1.6 million at all. And I would probably spend my money on the other cars that I'll talk about later on in this list. But I mean, it is a new truck, and I do like trucks in GTA Online. It's just not really this one. So yeah, let's get into number 3. Coming in at number 3, we have the Anus Hardy, which will run you $1,380,000. Now, my only complaint with this vehicle is that I wish it had drift tuning, but it doesn't. So I'm hoping that they add it within the next DLC or as like a drip feed thing in the upcoming weeks, but they're probably not going to. But I also do like how it's, I believe, like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 of like personal vehicles that we can own that you can actually use as the taxi service, which, I mean, the taxi service isn't really great. I think you only make like $2,000 per, like, I guess, customer drop off, but you know, not the worst, I guess. Also have the cops right now, but that's okay. So yeah, so the Hardy, it surprisingly has a lot of customization. Like, I wasn't really expecting it to have this much customization. I mean, obviously, it is a JDM car, but I mean, with all the other cars in this DLC, I mean, they don't really have that much customization, so I was kind of just expecting the same. But I was actually decently shocked when I saw how much customization it saw, and obviously I went with the taxi livery, which I do like. And if you can't tell, I'm just a really big fan of JDM cars in GTA Online, so that's probably why I have it ranked so high. But performance-wise, like, it's a JDM car, doesn't have HSW, doesn't have drift tuning, so not really the best there. Also, all these vehicles have missile lock-on jammers. I just don't really bother putting them on since they're like 400k each. I get like that's not that much, but like, you know, I'm basically just making these videos just to customize them. But so yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Hardy. I mean, just a JDM car, but I do think it is better than the Everon and the Woodlander. So yeah, let's get into number 2. We have the Dubachi Rapid GTX. Now, this vehicle will run you $2.7 million, and I will admit that is kind of a high price for what you're getting, but it does have some pretty solid customization options, and also a pretty fast top speed, as you can see in the footage. For not being HSW, it is pretty fast. So, yeah, I don't really have anything to say for this vehicle, other than it is kind of overpriced, but solid customization. But I probably would recommend picking it up. Just maybe wait till it goes on sale. And yeah, let's get into the best car that came out in this DLC. Coming in at number 1, we have the Ubermacht Sentinel GTS. Now this car will run you $2.1 million or $1.6 million for the trade price. All you have to do is just go to the quickie farm and do 5 of those. Very simple. That's how my friend got this car. I paid the full price for it because I didn't complete the missions for some reason, and I probably should have, because 500k is kind of a big difference, I guess you could say. But anyways, this car has great customization. It is very quick, pretty fast, just great performance, and overall I'd recommend this car because it's also pretty cheap. I mean, you can get it for 1.6 million. So yeah, so far in the DLC, this is easily my favorite car, and what I also believe is the best car in this DLC. I will admit the Dubachi Rapid GTX was very close, but I think I just like BMWs more, to be honest. But honestly, I could see anybody putting the Dubachi Rapid GTX in the 1 spot if they wanted to. But anyways, that's it for this video. Sorry about not putting like the other vehicles in this. I didn't know that they were gonna just come out with a drip feed like right now. I thought they were gonna do it how they did it in the last DLC, where they came out with stuff like 3 weeks after. But yeah, I can't really control that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this I guess little tier list / ranking video. I will probably do one over every single car that came out in this DLC once I get back from my trip. And yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one.